Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your week of February 21st, 2022 general tarot reading. Hope everything's going good with you. How's it going? How's it happening? We got, for you, your energy coming into this week, Capricorn. We got to pop out. We'll take that extra guy. He seemed to want to get in on the action here, but we've got the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, or the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, don't know what's happening to my voice there. We got Spike shaking the table on his way over to the counter. But we got the Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles is your energy coming into this week, which looks really good here. Definitely some hard-working energy with that Eight of Pentacles, whether you're working on yourself, working on your, just yourself in general, maybe more on your emotional side of things here with those cups. Taking more of command here at this time, which I feel like is definitely saying we're heading for an improvement for sure with that Six of Swords here as well, because the Six of Swords talks about being in rocky waters and moving into calmer ones, as you can see here by this boat being in the choppy waters, but the calm waters being ahead of them. So I feel like you're definitely making some self-improvements, and for definitely some maybe a problem that you've needed to address for a while here, or something that's recently risen up that you've been like, all right, this has kind of put me in a rough spot, but let's move forward here, right? So I feel like that's really beautiful as well. This is also something that's leading to a lot of satisfaction for you as well. I feel like you're working on that. And with that Queen of Cups here, I just feel like you're very much in command at this time. Kind of like whatever you're working on is really giving you strength, right? Like inner strength that's really helping you out at this time. So let's get some clarifiers going here for you, Capricorn, before we look into some challenges you might be facing this week. So let's see what we got for you, Capricorn. All right. Oh, I got a frog in my throat or something here. Doesn't want to get out of there. We got the Seven of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles here for your clarifiers. With that Seven of Swords here, yeah, I definitely feel like this is something you're working on yourself. Like, definitely for you, as the Seven of Swords can represent like that kind of lone wolf energy. So I feel like definitely this is something you're kind of working on your own here. Not necessarily something, maybe not even something people can help you out with necessarily. This is more like a journey of self-discovery here, I feel, at this time. But with that Six of Wands here, I really feel as though this is something that you've kind of talked about, that you wanted to do for a while, and now you're kind of going for it, right? Now you're kind of backing up what you've been saying, right? Which is beautiful. That's always a good energy for people to see too, right? To see that like you're a person of your word, right? So I think that's super beautiful as well. And with that Ace of Pentacles here as well, I think you're very fortuitous at this time. I feel like luck is on your side here, and I feel like you're growing something of real value here at this time too. Something that is going to be definitely beneficial for you down the line. So let's take a look at some challenges you might be facing this week, Capricorn. See what's going on here. So what do we have, Capricorn? All right. What do we have for our Capricorns? We got the Moon. We got the King of Swords. And we got the High Priestess here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Definitely some Pisces energy coming through here for sure. The Moon is Pisces card, so you may have Pisces in your chart. You might be dealing with a Pisces as well this week too. But that's really, like I say, oh, hello, Journey. He's getting excited here. He's seeing my hands going. He thinks that means I'm trying to pat him. But yeah, definitely some Pisces energy here for sure, because not only does the Moon represent Pisces, but the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups do as well. So definitely if you have Pisces in your chart, I'd say you're coming in a strong way for sure. Or at very least, maybe you should go give Pisces reading a checking out after this. Maybe there's something there for sure for you too. But yeah, here with the Moon, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess, there's definitely a little bit of a conflict between your intuition and what's actually going on at this time, because that King of Swords talks about sort of like the truth, facts, like being very analytical with things, whereas the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups and the Moon are more about your intuition, more about your gut feeling, right? So I feel like that's kind of a challenge you might be facing, is those two kind of colliding with one another at this time, especially where the Moon represents partial illumination as well, right? It can represent that you can't see all ends, you can't see the situation clearly, right? Whereas the King of Swords here, he does see things clearly. Like, you got these clouds here, but his head is above the clouds. He can see above this. He can see above the clutter. He can see above the the trouble here. Oh my lord, he's cannonballed in now. Oh my god. I love you, buddy. I really do, but we're gonna have to get you out of here. Oh, you're so heavy. Oh, somebody's gotta put him on a diet someday. Oh, buddy. Ah, yes. But as I was saying, with that King of Swords, it's very much kind of like the analytical side, right? It's sort of the kind of like, if something's not working out or something's not paying off the way you want it to, you should change it up. You should do something different. Whereas your intuition might be telling you the opposite. Might be saying, we should stick through this. I have a good feeling about this. So, that's kind of something we're going to have to get some more details on here. And get this clarified a little bit. So let's see what we got. This could also be saying, with that King of Swords as well, you might be dealing with an air sign this week. So that would be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And it could be someone, doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but it could be someone who has kind of authority and sort of power over you, maybe. So just be aware that you might be dealing with someone like that who's kind of trying to dissuade you, or saying like, hey, this isn't working out. Like, why are you still sticking with this, right? Or at least they're not seeing what you're seeing, maybe, because your intuition is telling you that, yeah, no, this is going to work out, and I'm in the positive, right? So let's see what we got for clarifiers. We got the Hermit here, the Ten of Swords, and the Hanged Man here as well. So definitely with the Hermit, that's Virgo's card. So again, you might be dealing with Virgo, may have Virgo in your chart. But the the Hermit talks about also being able to see. Like, you can see he's at the top of this tower here, and he can see clearly. Like, he can see into the distance. He can see the path to his dreams, to his goals here. So I feel like almost as if, like, you may not see clearly yourself at this time, but you can kind of like, you have a clear vision of where you want to be. And that's kind of like the conflict here, is like, you're sort of seeing like, we're not getting the results we want, but we have a good feeling that this is the path to take though. So it might just be a little adjustment is all we need to do, right? So it might just be like, you can't see all the way down to the tiny little details. And that's kind of the problem. You can see the grand vision of like the grand path of where you want to be, but you can't see the little day-to-day things here at this time. With that Hanged Man there, that also kind of lends itself to that, because the Hanged Man looks at the world from a different perspective, and maybe that's what you need right now. Is it might be a challenge for you to look at things from a different perspective, because you're trusting your intuition so much on something. And I feel like your intuition is good and right, because we have a lot of cards here about intuition, but I feel like maybe you just need to change your perspective up, because like I say, it might just be those little details here as well. And with that Ten of Swords as well, I feel like things need to, like, this needs to be resolved sooner than later. Like, this can't go on. Like, you don't want to drag this out. So let's take a look at some outcome cards for you here. We're going to get your outcome cards, clarify those, and then tie everything off with an oracle message here for you. Before we get into those, though, of course, been starting up something new here, Capricorn. I've been putting a song of the week into the description box of the videos. You may want to go give that song a check out after this. It's usually, oh wow, awesome. That's a good card to have pop out on you. But it's maybe a good song, maybe something that you really dig, an old favorite or a new favorite for you there. So what do we, wow, there we are. The sun, the tower, and the star here for sure. We were talking about that with the Hermit. We're talking about your dreams, your vision, your goals. He can see it all. The star represents that. It's all your dreams, your goals, your wants, your wishes coming true, right? When you wish upon a star. So if you haven't made a wish at this time, I want you to take a big deep breath here, much like Journey would here, and just kind of focus and think about what kind of a wish you want to see into this world, because this is really beautiful, especially with the sun here, because the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's everything coming up Milhouse. It's all the positivity here in your life coming through for fruition here. So I feel like you're heading towards something incredibly positive and something you really, really want to have happen, something you really desire. So I think that's really beautiful. But with the tower here, it's telling us you need to make a change of some sort. There is something you need to change up, and that's going to kind of be like a big, like maybe aha moment for you. It's going to be something significant here. So let's take a look at outcome clarifiers for you before we get into your oracle card. If Journey will let us shuffle here, he's being a little hellion this morning here. What do we got? We got Judgment, we got the Three of Cups, and we got the Moon again. And I like that the Moon has popped up twice now. Again, I feel like your intuition is on point. I feel like you're on the right path. It's just a matter of changing your perspective up, right? We just need to kind of clear some things up here. And I think that's really important here, because we got the Three of Cups and Judgment here. Three of Cups represents celebrations, represents, reasons to celebrate, but also represents community. It represents, your friends, your family, your community, all those people you care about coming together and celebrating. Whereas before we were looking back here, remember we had that Seven of Swords out, where it's a little more of a lone wolf. And I feel like maybe that's the perspective change you need. Is maybe you need to ask for some assistance in your life. Maybe you need to look at things from a different view. Maybe ask some people in your life, even just for their opinions on something, what they would do, and maybe just be a little open-minded to those suggestions. With Judgment here as well, I feel like once you find your path, you're going to know what one to commit to. So I think that's super awesome. I love all this. This is looking so good. Lots of major arcana here, like 5 major arcana cards in your outcomes, and that's just super beautiful, right? That's a big time energy. So let's take a look at your oracle card, wrap this all up. Hopefully this has helped you out. Hopefully this has resonated. If it has, you can hit that like button down below. Helps out the channel a ton. And if you really like what I do to here and you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do so as well, so you can find me here easier every week. So let's take a look at your oracle card here, Capricorn. What do we have? We've got the Dragonfly Spirit saying that the truth transcends illusion. Number 22. Let's take a look. What do we got here? All right, the Dragonfly Spirit is journey. Oh man, he's so disrespectful. He's always cleaning himself on camera. But the Dragonfly Spirit. The Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as the dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses. And there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing forces that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, the Dragonfly Spirit offers you this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Paying attention to the signs now, they remind you that each of us have inspired dreams seamlessly, holy jumpins, sewn into the fabric of the invisible world, and there is a great conscience that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing you insights, your conscious mind overlooks. So I feel like that's what we were really talking about, that where we were talking about your intuition. I feel like we were saying it's on your point, but it's kind of at conflict with your kind of analytical mind, like why, when you're not seeing the results you want to see, or maybe something's not really working, but you have a feeling it should work. Like, why isn't it though, right? And maybe you just need to change out perspectives here and just try something a little different. Like I say, I feel like you're on the right path here. It's just something little. It's just maybe a little adjustment, maybe that little bit of something to open your mind up. And I feel like you might see something, you might pick up on something by talking to a friend or talking to a family member, and you might be like, oh, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I think of it? And it's just going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and you're going to be like, of course. And that's going to be the little adjustment. Like, you're on the right path. It's just, there's just a little hiccup here at this time. And I feel like once you clear that, like, we got the sun, we got the star, we got the moon, the sun's the stars, the moon, we got judgment, it's all going to be positive, and this big change with the tower is going to really open things up for you here and give you reasons to celebrate. So I hope that's helped you out. I hope that resonates with you, Capricorn. If you want to help out the channel, like I say, you can hit that like button down below. You can subscribe to the channel if you really like what I do here, and so you can find me easier every week. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one, and I'll see you next time.